How
How are we doing?
Boy, I don't see you for 15 years. Now I see you twice in 3 weeks.
Amazing. Amazing, yeah.
God, you look great.
Likewise.
I mean,
Likewise. Thank you.
I know, but I didn't do what you did.
This
to
is
yourself.
true. This is true.
That's
Yes.
why
Yeah.
it's so much more amazing with you. And like I said to you on the show, I mean, it's like the resilience of the human body is. I said this to Matthew Perry. It's a horrible memory, but it's so true. It's easy to die. It's also really hard. You have to really try.
Yeah, you're right.
And you
Yeah.
tried as hard as you
Yeah.
can. And look at your skin. Really, you
Thank
should
you.
look so much worse.
Wow.
Don't you think?
Yes, most likely.
The way the
Most
body
likely.
comes back.
It's a miracle, isn't it? Yeah.
It is an
Yeah.
amazing
Yeah.
organism, which is why I always, if I can, will do something naturally. I'm not like anti-vax. People say that. It's just like, if I can handle it with my immune system, I'd like to try that first.
Sure. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then if I
it's-
can't, I'll fucking put an ice cube up my ass like you did.
When in doubt.
That's your go-to, right? Would you like one tonight, Charlie?
Not
don't
yet. Not yet. Let's see where this winds up,
Do you-
but
you're
good
not-
to know. It's just right there, yeah.
You don't hate me that I'm going to have a snort.
Oh, gosh, no.
I know.
No,
I mean, but
I
so,
would-
so I appreciate that so much, because some people, when they quit, they're pussies and assholes, and they're like, and you can't either. I can't even be around it.
But how is that realistic? Like, how is that like, getting sober or just, putting down the bottle to live in the real world?
What?
I'm saying, like, the reason I can't choose not to do it anymore is because of where it takes me, right?
Right.
But I also knew that when I quit and quit for good, that I was not going to be the guy that went around doing that exact shit.
You know who I'm talking about, though. It's very common.
Oh, yeah.
And look, everyone's got their thing to deal with. I shouldn't be so harsh and judge it that way. But it's annoying. It's like, I have problems too.
Right.
Like, I need to masturbate a couple of times a day. I'm not going to say, well, while we're talking, if it's going to go on for a couple hours, I'm going to have to rub one out at some point. And you just have to understand.
Of course.
That's
of
my
course.
emotional
Yeah,
support animal.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. Yeah. No, but and it's even there's certain people where even when they say, no, man, do whatever you want. There's no judgment. Everything's fine. You can still feel it. You can still see it in their eyes. They're still over there going, like just kind of.
Right. They're just saying that because that's the line that they were given in the script of
Right.
wokeness,
Right.
or whatever phase of that they're on. By the way, I had your erstwhile partner here, John.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And-
I saw that episode. Yeah, it
you
was
know-
interesting. It kind of took a turn, didn't it?
Well, I mean,
Is that a polite way to describe it?
what? Look, I have a TV show. I did this because I wanted something different, and it is different.
Sure,
The
yeah.
TV show I work on all week, and I work hard, and I make it. It's a different kind of animal, and I try to make it as perfect as I can. This, I just show up. I barely know who's here. I'm totally wasted. It goes where it goes.
Sure,
It flows
sure.
like the river. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
And to me, that's a great other way to do a show. And I mean, yes, we got along like drunk and disorderly. We did not meet, perfectly. And I probably should have been, I don't know, more gentle. But he's very woke. But I thought, it always ends friendly. I hope he likes me. I like him.
Yeah,
I really do.
I do too. I mean, I haven't seen him in years.
And you should.
But the memories I have of what we, the time we shared together and the things we created together are fabulous.
If you two went on the road, like with a show, like Sunshine Boys or Odd Couple.
I mean, wow. Yeah,
he's
that's
perfect
interesting.
for the Odd Couple.
Yeah, he is.
Because he's Felix.
Yeah.
And you're Slabo.
Sure. Yeah. Or do we flip those roles? Nah,
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah.
a force fit. Yeah, that would be, that would be a disaster.
Let's file that under worst ideas ever. Can we just?
No, I had the worst idea ever years ago.
What was that?
With the torpedo tour. So that box has already been checked. But second worst idea.
Yes and no. I mean,
Oh, jeez.
no, only because I said it because, like, you were at the time a legitimate folk hero. And yes, it went off the rails, and you did it too. Once you had that status, I felt like you could have, the line opened up, and you should have ran for a nice 25-yard gain. But you fucked it up after. But you did open a line there in the football analogy. It's hard to be a folk hero. That's what you were at that moment. Like, people were like, this guy, maybe he's nuts, but boy, I am so connected to someone who's giving the finger to the establishment, who's like, just, even if it was vague or weird or driven by ego, it didn't matter. It just, the feeling of it was electric. It was,
Wow.
and it was also cathartic.
Interesting.
To people who, that was a big appeal of it.
Yeah, I think it was that reaction to it that really fueled it in a way that I wasn't anticipating. I mean, that thing could have gone on for a couple days and petered out. And thanks for tuning in. But it kind of took on a life of its own.
No, I'm telling you, there is a separate category called folk hero,
Right.
and like
Right.
like who were some of them? Like Wild Bill Hickok, or
I'm sure.
so people like that. People like, I should be able to think of some off the top of my head, but I can't. But I know what I'm talking about,
Sure.
sort of. That the kind of person. Sometimes they're Bonnie and Clyde. Maybe.
Okay.
Bonnie and Clyde were folk heroes. That's absolutely true. Even though they were criminals, the people in the Depression were being fucked by the banks.
Right.
And they
Okay.
were fucking the banks.
Interesting.
So
Got it,
they,
got it.
the enemy of my enemy.
Right. Could Lenny Bruce have been a folk hero during like all the censorship when he got arrested and that whole?
What a great question.
Or did it not last long enough? Did it have legs?
I think he was a folk hero, but not really, because he appealed more to the intelligentsia.
Interesting.
And the
okay.
folk hero was more the masses.
Got it.
You
Got
know.
it, okay. But it's a trip that you say that, because there's a thing I talk about in the book where, the world I woke up into wasn't the one I said goodnight to 6 hours earlier. And I woke up into folk ballads and rap songs and people on the march, and it was like this whole thing. I didn't really get a vote, or get to influence or dictate any part of that. It was just happening, and it was a lot of energy to absorb and a pretty crazy wave to just try to navigate.
You and Sean Penn have something in common. I know you were friends with him. It's in the
Yeah, I
thing,
love
but
Sean, yeah.
Like, you both have a very poetic way. I have letters from years ago that Sean, little notes, we saw something you liked on the show or something, before we were like really good friends.
Right.
And I was like, wow, this guy, what a writer. And then he wrote a couple of interesting books, and you really have a turn of the phrase. I mean, even before I read the book, I would see it when you would just talk.
Thank you.
It was, yeah, where does that come from? Your father?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably started there. Yeah, it was a very creative household to grow up in, And then the other one, my second home, was the Penn's home.
Oh, really?
That's where,
Yeah.
that's where a lot of it took place. A lot of the influences, a lot of the colors.
I mean, when I was a kid, we went to the Jersey Shore for like 2 weeks in the summer. That was like our vacation.
Okay.
My father, El Cheapo, bought a house after there was a storm on the Jersey Shore.
The property,
a hurricane.
The value went down, and he swooped in.
Well, it was literally declared a disaster area.
Oh.
So he bought a complete two-story, not fancy, but for $18,000.
Okay, all right.
$18,000 in 1964.
That's amazing. It's a year before I was born. Wow.
Right.
Damn.
And I wish I hadn't been born then, because we had to clean it. We would rent it out for the summer. It was a moneymaker. But then we would take 2 weeks of a run. So we went to the Jersey Shore. So I have great memories of, life by the sea.
Right.
But to live, like, you had life by the sea always when you're in Malibu.
Yeah, to an
No?
extent. We're on a promontory called Point Doom. I'm sure you're familiar with the area, and it's elevated above, the beaches that Malibu's known for, like Zuma. And
So you didn't like go into the water every day?
I didn't. No.
Did he?
No.
I know he's a big
yeah, he
surfer.
was a surfer.
Yeah.
But his brother was and wasn't. His brother Chris, who I adored. It was my best friend growing up.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, who sadly passed at like Jesus.
I know.
40. Yeah.
What was that from?
I think enlarged heart that went
my God.
undiagnosed or unobserved. Yeah.
That's why there's no God. You're here and you're fine and your skin looks great.
Thank you.
And this poor bastard did nothing.
I know.
And
He just doesn't wake up one day. Well, he did have a run with the blow and the booze and like
Right.
that.
But it didn't affect him. It affected him in a way it didn't you.
Yeah.
You know, it's just some of us just have a constitution. I think they're finding this gene, like they're calling it the longevity gene.
Okay.
I think it's a lot in Ashkenazi Jews.
Oh.
You say it like
That rules me out.
yeah, right. Father, I gotta say, I've always been such a big fan of his. I mean,
Have you ever been? Have you guys ever done
No,
anything
but I would
together?
love to do
have you guys wound up at a rally together?
could you-
or
a rally?
Have you guys carried a picket sign together?
for what?
I don't know. Just some.
I don't go to rallies.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's not like
I don't either.
I'm not dissing the people who do go, and rallies have done some great things.
Right.
And some of it is just performative and bullshit. And I'm not gonna. I tried the pussy hat on, Charlie.
Yeah.
Just looked ridiculous. I'm not good in pink. It's
Right.
just not my color. But a cause. It's always good to have a. That's what. Do you have a cause? Do you have so Jerry Lewis had the muscular dystrophy. And,
I currently do not.
see, this is what we need.
So
this is the.
Is there one you're aligned
This is
with
the
that I could
final-
just kind of draft in behind?
Are you kidding? I've got several in
Do you?
mind.
Okay, good.
No.
Good.
But this is like I feel the final step of your
Oh,
rehabilitation.
geez. Wow. To align myself with a
well,
cause, yeah.
There's one that's dear to my heart. I
Okay.
think we could bring you in on.
Okay.
Hot Tubs Without Borders. Just think about it.
Orders.
It's on brand.
It's got a great ring. Wow. What is the border part of a hot tub, though?
We don't ask questions like
Okay.
that.
All right. Is it where they're able to be imported? Is it
All
where
right,
they're
fuck
able
that one.
to?
Here's the real one. This
Okay.
is sex changes
Okay.
for emotional support animals.
Okay. All right. I mean, I could get behind that,
Because what support does the emotional support animal get? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a really good point.
Who drills the dentist cavities?
Right. And then the animals can't really complain about what went wrong or what's going right,
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, causes, but see, that's the thing, John, as we were talking, got back to that.
Sure.
John, he's...
Can I crack one of these? Do you mind?
Of course.
Okay.
That's your beer.
It is my
we
beer.
We
It
should.
is my beer. Do you want to taste it, or you don't drink?
I don't drink beer, but
Okay.
I would love to taste it. and
I think it's pretty good. I think we came up with a pretty good one. Sorry for the shameless plug in the middle of
no.
something poignant.
We're here to do shameless
Okay.
plug. In fact,
cheers. Here's to
watch
you.
me fucking nail
Here's
this.
to you.
Watch this.
Okay.
Wow. That's easily the best beer I've ever tasted.
I love it. Thank you.
Actually, it is.
Okay, good.
It's so much more mild without the liquor.
Yeah, but
I
it's,
never
it's
liked beer because it's too heavy.
interesting.
This
Yeah,
doesn't
it's-
feel heavy.
Beer can be like a meal, right?
I hated it. Always
Yeah,
did.
interesting.
And the people who drank it.
Well, for me, it's interesting because there's this whole movement towards mocktails. Thank you for the lovely review, by the way.
Oh, no, it actually is very good.
That's so nice to hear. Thank you. And the mocktails don't taste anything like the booze they're trying to impersonate, right? Or emulate, or something. But the thing about the beer that's great is it's still beer, just with the booze extracted.
Yeah, I guess you have to like that particular sensation on your palate, on your tongue. I mean, I never kind of did, but for people, look, if you want beer without the shitty taste, that doesn't give you a big belly and doesn't get you arrested and stuff, this is the one.
Wild AF?
Wild as fuck. No, it's actually, I could actually drink one of these, and I've never said that about a beer.
That's amazing.
And I
Wow.
really don't want, with a lot of calories in
Sure.
the
Yeah,
this
there's
one
only,
is not, right?
70?
That's
It's a
easy.
pretty, yeah.
Yeah, there's more than that in what I'm drinking.
Now, what was the tincture that was added? What was that something
Here we go.
homeopathic, or was that something like super groovy and cool? I mean, it looked really, because you did it so casually.
I
just
know,
like,
because everybody
and I'm
is.
going to add this, and then
Yeah, Jing. I drink it.
Jing.
Jing is a way to add this little tincture to sparkling water, and you
Okay.
have diet soda without any chemicals.
Oh,
So, health nut that I am.
okay. Are you sponsored by Jing?
I
I'm just curious.
Jing should blow me and send my kids to college is what they should do, sponsored. I don't even have kids, but yeah, I mean, every week people ask me, but also I like them. They're great people. They're sincere and also I think talented and knowledgeable about, and I'm always looking for things. Look, I'm 70. You have
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You have to
Wow.
like.
Whatever you're doing, don't.
I'm doing Jing.
Okay. Yeah. Don't
I'm doing
stop.
Jing and pot.
Good. Don't stop anything you're doing.
I feel that
Seriously,
way.
I mean, who has the right to say otherwise?
Oh my God. Every week I can't. Charlie, you did a Vietnam movie. How the fuck did they burn down half of that country with these
With that
shitty
Zippo?
lighters? I can never, every week I bring it up, and now it's not just locked up. Now it's really mad at me.
I wound up in rehab one year with the heir, this kid named George, to the Zippo throne. That's the whole story. I don't know where it goes, and I felt bad because he couldn't really even use the products properly, and he was the guy who was going to step in and run that empire, the Zippo empire. I wonder how George is doing these days.
They seem so reliable for everybody else. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like
Can I take a look? Or
yeah, but now it's like it got locked. Now it's just like no, that never happened. But
oh, your flint.
I mean, you put the thing, you put the flint in the back.
Well,
right?
you put the
you saturate
the fluid. Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
Yeah. Well,
I'm doing it.
when's the last time you changed the flint?
I don't. This one is obviously dead. I'm not going to send this to the Flint repair shop. But
Let's call George.
But it wasn't.
Maybe he's figured it out by now.
Did you used to have like a bowl in your house where you put like cocktail napkins with numbers?
From girls?
Yeah. I hope from girls. I mean, we know what happened later, but I'm assuming girls.
Yeah. That took time to get there. But did I have a bowl?
Like
No,
that thing.
no.
See that?
My thing was
You didn't need
it was
to.
a trip. I would sometimes collect like out in like a night out on the town, so many business cards. But then, we will wind up so completely hammered, ultimately make it home most of the time. And then I could sort of travel back through the night by going through the cards and just trying to remember where this person was and then what they do for a living, why I was speaking with them. And occasionally there were women's numbers on those cards. So it wasn't just as lame as that story was feeling like it was heading, Yeah.
There are kids who are listening to this and going, "What the fuck is a business card?" But yes, I think a business card is still awesome.
It's pretty cool, yeah. I had one made one year with just my name on it. And so I'd hand it to people and sort of get on the move, right?
That's very cool.
And they'd be like, hey, and they think they had all my info, right? And all they had was Charlie Sheen, and it just said actor. It's pretty.
It's a flex.
Kind of a dicky move, though, and it's a little dickish, a little bit.
It's a flex,
okay.
But it's one you earned.
Thank you. Thank you. And they were black and had a nice gold thing around it, So
You ever see?
I thought it through. Wait, I'm sorry. Was your quest for fire achieved? Did you
Quest for fire.
for your? Did you solve it? I don't want you sitting here smokeless, man.
No. That's why we have the Bics.
Okay, you got
they
the
look
Bic.
like shit, and
But
they always work.
Gosh, they're reliable.
Yeah. Just like Gen Z. No, I kid.
Hey, wait a minute.
No.
What do you? Is that like a cigarillo, or is that a?
No, this is pot we grow right here on my property.
Awesome.
I say we like I'm out there with a hoe.
What's her name?
I'm in there with a hoe.
I love it.
No, right on my land.
Wow, and do you have to get like a permit for that, or you just wave
No,
to
this is
wave to the drone
no,
as it flies over?
no,
or-
no.
How does that
Well, it's
work?
just one plant,
Oh,
but
okay.
you know,
Is it a robust plant? I mean, is it healthy?
I think it's very good.
Wow, did you name it?
Uh,
Because I have a plant and named it.
Yeah.
It's just a little house plant. It's not a weed plant.
Yes, I named it Doobie.
Okay. That's
Appropriate.
yeah, mine is Otis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it's legal. It's 2025, Grandpa.
Right. Okay, good to know.
we're in California.
But if you plant a certain amount, then you got to get some kind of permission or some. You got to talk to somebody down at City Hall. No, nothing like that. Just fucking grow away. Just dump seeds all over the lawn and let it happen. Is that how it goes?
You know, I don't. I'm not. I probably should have thought these things through.
I mean, I'm just curious.
No.
I'm just curious. Now, do you have a green thumb, or do you have a horticulturist sort of vibe about these things, or not even close?
No, no. I'm a rich landowner. I
love it.
I have
love it.
Juan Valdez. He looks at the beans individually.
Right,
He cares
right.
so deeply about them. No, I'm inside doing inside things and making business cards. I had the same thing. People would give me business cards, you know, and sometimes, like, I was drunk also, not like you, but I had quite a time when, I mean, Hollywood remembers, I was quite the terror there in the 90s and made a lot of people who didn't, you know, I won't say enemies, but I didn't do myself any favors with the press.
Got it.
You know,
Got it, yeah.
You know, that era when, as they say, you'd go to the opening of an envelope.
Right.
Because you're new as being a star, and it's like, oh, they're inviting me to this premiere, and then you're sloshed with some bimbo. It's just a bad look, but you know, you use these events to have dates, you know, to impress a date.
Right.
And it's like, and then it was just bad. But I remember people give me business cards, and sometimes when I was in asshole mode, right as I was talking, I'd oh, thank you so much, and then I'd start cleaning my teeth.
Well, it is the perfect tool for that, isn't it?
I know, but talking about a dick move.
Yeah, but well, I may steal that.
Don't.
No,
because
okay.
this poor guy,
But Cato could get away with that.
Cato.
Because he would do it in a way that it was a part of the thing, right?
But he
it would
never would do that.
Right.
Because he's a sweet guy.
Isn't he lovely? Yeah.
A sweet guy from the Midwest.
I know. I need to reconnect with him.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We were asshole buddies for a long time.
I know, yeah.
We spent a lot of time.
He was my conduit to get to you after I saw your movie, and I was like, I need to sit with this man.
That's right. That is how we got connected through Cato.
I was like, find me Bill Maher. Bring him to me. And we met at the Polo Lounge.
Yes,
it was a lovely night.
It was a totally lovely night. I didn't remember all that, but maybe I never knew all that, but. Yeah. Oh no.
Anyway, I sidetracked you. Sorry.
No.
Sorry,
That was sidetrack in this place with this shit. I like.
There's no track
we'd
to go.
Have to go. We'd have to go the breadcrumbs back to. You know, we were talking about I don't know your father and Sean.
We were at a protest. We were at a protest with John Pryor. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about your father then, because I just loved your father. I mean, from the get, right?
Right.
From. Something he did, like a TV movie that was even before he was a movie star that I saw him
like California Kid or something
like that.
Super cool, or Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a. You remember the movie of the week?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, those were events.
Sometimes they were the way in that era that they addressed issues.
Right.
You know, that was not just a regular TV show, except for All in the Family kind of changed that, but other people didn't really dare. Norman Lear had that kind of to himself. But if you wanted to address an issue, like I remember David Jansen, and
he was a Night Stalker, right?
What?
Wasn't there a show? Wasn't he?
David Jansen was The Fugitive.
The Fugitive. Okay, there was another show.
The Harrison Ford did the movie, but that's The Fugitive was a great show.
Okay.
But he did and he talked like this. He had a gravelly voice.
Yeah.
And he and Angie Dickinson.
Of course, yeah, she was a mainstay in that lane, wasn't she?
She was a mainstay of my masturbation.
I mean, why not? I mean, how, right? I mean, that's the, like, the tip of the spear at the time, you know? No pun intended. See, the things that fall out, you can't.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, you can't plan them.
You don't need to be drunk to have fun.
I appreciate-
or
appreciate that.
Isn't it true, though? You think you need that crutch?
Yeah, and you know, the
These
only
people who get drunk and high. I don't know what to do with them, Charlie.
you know, it's fine. The only thing that I think it's rooted in fantasy. The only thing I miss about drinking is the first hour. The first hour is the best hour in the known universe.
It's kind of like
after-
Folgers for you. Remember the Folgers commercial? The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Yeah, of course.
You
yeah.
would say vodka.
Yeah.
Not Folgers.
No. But
you know-
yeah, it's just that it was that first hour when just everything just made perfect sense, and then didn't for those next couple hundred hours.
Well,
you know?
we talked about this in real time, that the real evil of drugs is that they don't work as well over time, both in the day and long run.
Yeah, you're right.
And
Yeah.
your thing was, and it was a great insight, that when you were shitty to people, you weren't mad at them. You were mad at the drug for not working as it was earlier in the day, earlier in the week, month, and year.
Sure.
And I know
Sure.
that same feeling.
Oh yeah.
Like,
It's a resentment like no other.
Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
come on,
Yeah.
let's find a vein. Not that we did heroin.
Right.
We didn't.
I didn't. No, I didn't either. I think that's the reason I'm still sitting here.
Right.
Because that's a drug I just drew just an embargo from
Right.
since I was a child. When I
Right.
was like, I don't know, like 11, 12 years old, without even probably saw it in a movie, and decided that's something I need to avoid
Yeah.
this entire lifetime.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's something middle-class kids tend to do. There's just something about heroin. Marijuana was that way for my parents' generation. Like my mother at the end, when she was a widow the last 15 years, pot would have been so great for her. It would have solved all her problems.
Interesting.
She didn't laugh enough. She was underweight. You know, she could have used a whole bunch of new friends. You know, it would have solved all her problems. And I couldn't get her to smoke pot.
Wow, even just once.
No, because World War II generation, it was just like, and I think for us, that was heroin. You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
okay.
it's just not what us middle-class kids
No,
do, you know?
no,
We're
yeah.
bad and we'll be bad and we'll think we're bad.
Right.
But we just don't go there.
It was such an other side of the tracks vibe to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just back alleys, or
But, you know, you can obviously, I mean, drinking, I mean, so you were drinking, oh, that reminds me, when I was talking about David Jansen.
right. I'm sorry.
The issues. No, I want to get back to
Sure.
your liquor, but David Jansen and Angie Dickinson, who I once had dinner with at Sue Menger's house and was so awesome. And everybody tried to get her to drop a dime on JFK because we kind of know that she fucked him.
Okay.
They were on Ocean's 11 together.
Okay.
And she would, all these years later, and she would not do it.
Wouldn't give it up.
Would not.
Wow. But
And it was-
would she deny it in a way where you could? Was there a gleam?
It was
there
just so
like
it was classy. I don't know. This was like 15 years ago, but and we've sort of corresponded a little since. She's such a great lady, but it was just like to me so regal, and so
interesting.
such integrity that all these years later, and this is like Sue Mengers, you know, I mean, the
Yeah.
super agent
Sure,
Bette Midler
yeah.
did the show about her.
Right.
She'd have these dinner parties, amazing people, always like some of the A-list, old guard Hollywood, on the new list A-listers. And, you know, Angie was there one night, and, you know, very high-level gossipy people who you'd think you'd want to impress. And she was like, you're not getting that out of me. Whatever me and JFK did is going to the grave with me.
Wow.
I just...
That was the vibe, or those are the actual words?
No,
Or
that's
where she
the
was
vibe.
like, "Oh,
That's
Bill,
the- no,
Bill, we're
that's-
not talking about
That's
that
the
stuff."
vibe. The vibe. I don't know what she
Yeah.
did. She was much
Interesting.
classier about it. Anyway, she and David Jansen did this movie of the week, and the issue, I think it was called something like a sensitive, passionate man. Something
Okay.
like that. I mean,
That's-
as awful as that is, I
Right.
think that was
Yeah.
the.
1975 or
Yes,
6. Yeah,
very.
yeah.
And he was a drunk. It was about being a drunk. And she's the wife. And he's got the house in the suburbs, and there's a scene where he comes home and he's, there's a scene where he first of all is putting the vodka in the orange juice at the breakfast table in the
Right,
morning.
right.
The kids don't know. And then passing out on the front lawn. I remember that scene and Angie coming.
So they delivered like the clunky version of it, like the real, like there's
mean,
not the.
I was probably a teenager. I was impressed.
Yeah, sure.
It was
Yeah.
like new to have wow, this is serious shit. I mean, this guy's a drunk. They did it in the movies.
Right,
Days
right.
of Wine and Roses.
Right, yeah.
It's a great
Sure.
movie about drunks. And Lost Weekend was 1945.
Wow.
Ray Milland.
Wow.
And he's got the liquor in the chandelier. Did you ever see Days of Wine and Roses?
I don't think so.
Oh.
But I'm familiar with it.
It's Jack Lemmon.
Yeah, I knew it was Jack Lemmon.
And Lee
yeah,
Remick,
Yeah.
who I think also fucked JFK.
He's-
But she blabbed about it. No, I'm kidding. No, but I think he fucked her too. Any blonde actress, I think, in the day was, just fair game for the Kennedys.
Right. Yeah.
But Days of Wine and Roses is you don't need it anymore, but, the famous scene is he and Leah, they're drunks, a married couple, and they're loving it. But, then they have to, they lose everything, and they have to go live with the parents because they've lost everything.
Got it. Okay.
But now they're sober. So, it's like stay on the straight and narrow. And they live with the parents, and the father has a greenhouse that he is his pride and joy greenhouse with all his plants and stuff. And so they're doing fine. They're not drinking. And Jack Lemmon hides at one point a flask in the one. I guess when he was just there and he was just getting okay, and he hides it somewhere in one of the plants in the greenhouse. And they're doing fine and doing fine and doing fine. And one night they have one drink, and then they want another and another. And he goes into the greenhouse to find that flask, and he can't find it.
Can't remember where he put it.
And it's
Wow.
just destroyed.
Wow.
Every
I
plant.
need to watch this.
It's
because
just
that flask for me is other things. Yeah.
other like crack.
Like crack or like a bag of something or pills, whatever, and something very small in a very large house with 10,000 places it could be is like a bad combination for a guy who needs to get down in that moment,
I've hid drugs in the house and forgotten where they were, and had that. I have had that. I didn't tear my house apart, but
Right. It's awful, isn't it?
I know. You'd think at the moment you were hiding it,
Right.
be smarter, and go, okay, it's in the drawer with the stuff chicks left at my house.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty specific. Unless there's 10 drawers like that. I mean, who knows, right?
In your house.
I mean, it depends how
were-
forgetful the girls are at that point, I think.
You never want to give back the wrong item.
That's a great point. Yeah,
I've got your panties.
Yeah.
Those aren't my panties.
Yeah, I don't wear that color.
That's just not dialogue you want
No.
to hear.
No.
And, you just want to bag it and tag it.
Bag it and tag it. Yeah.
I mean,
okay,
these are
see?
just tips for upcoming Mac artists, which, by the way, may sound terrible, but we need more Mac. This country is, in a very bad way, the younger generations, they don't have as much sex as our generations did. They don't. They can't stand each other's politics, the men and the women.
Right.
They also grew up on the phone.
Yeah. No, it's hard to develop a relationship with anyone when you spend most of your time staring at your hand. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and nobody looks up anymore.
Right.
Nobody looks out anymore. It's just,
always
and I
say-
see people crossing the street.
If you stare at your hand, you'll wind up using your
You know
hand.
what I mean, right? It's the next logical thing, right?
And also, throw into that mix also, because they so went bananas. Not that it wasn't certainly justified. Me Too movement and all that. Men got away with way too much. It's great that they're playing with 5 fouls now. But there is a fear, and this went on before Me Too. Like college campuses, for 20 years, have had policies that, almost, I think some of them had, like, you needed like written consent to go to like the next level, like second base, sign
Seriously?
here. Well, I think that's not like the typical, but what I'm saying is, as a college student, you could be absolutely prosecuted for having sex with someone just because they were drunk.
Right. Right. Yeah.
It's very hard to police that delicate moment where friendship becomes physical intimacy. Somebody has to make a move. Something has to change to go from we're not touching each other sexually to we are.
Right.
And when you have to like sign for it first, it is a bit of a mood
It's a
killer.
bit of a buzzkill, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's on the guys.
It is.
Traditionally to make the move.
Of course it is.
And it's always just been that way.
And women, God love them, all they ever want in life is just to do it well, just to make the move well,
Right.
just to make that transition. That is what a gentleman is. Someone who can make that transition. It's not like they don't want to transition with you
Right.
to intimacy. They have needs like
Sure.
we do, I've read. They just do it well. Don't do it clumsily. Don't do it scarily.
Right. Right. Don't do it aggressively.
Don't be too much of a pussy.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
also annoying.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. There's a show I watched called The Rehearsal. Did you see The Rehearsal? Do you know about this?
I've heard of it. What is that?
Yeah, it's a guy that he builds scenarios for people to practice something they're afraid of in life.
Oh,
And he does a
yes.
perfect replica of a situation, and they get to go through it until they finally can apply that and solve the problem that's with the person or that thing that they need to overcome.
Who's the guy who does it?
Nathan.
Nathan.
Yeah.
Yes, he had that
Yeah,
other
yeah.
show where he solved people's problems.
I think that, yeah.
This is a little different.
It's a different one.
He's the
Oh,
same
okay,
guy.
okay.
He's very funny.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, really, really inventive, really smart. Yeah.
But also dry,
Right.
like low key.
Yeah.
Almost sad sack comic kind of. It's
Totally. Yeah. He's
So
a trip. There's just a thing in the second season of that where he can't get this one guy just to make the move to kiss the girl goodnight. And even if it's just on the cheek.
Right.
And the work he puts in to get this dude just to like be courageous enough.
Yes.
And they practice it, and he can't even do it in the practice settings, in the rehearsal settings. And you're sitting at home yelling at the television like a moron, but hoping that that's the motivation that will finally get him to deliver a peck on the cheek.
Charlie, I think we have found our cause, our charity.
Yeah, how about it?
Really, I once gave a fake TED talk on my show about teaching guys game.
Okay.
They really do need someone to teach. Who better than Charlie Sheen?
Just
To
saying.
teach game.
Teach what you know, right? They tell writers to write to what they know.
Now they're going to say, well, Charlie didn't even need game, which is true. But I also remember from the documentary, Denise Richards saying,
I was a little shy, a little bit, old-fashioned.
She said, he's not at all what people think.
Yeah, it was nice to hear that. Yeah,
Do you remember that?
I do. Yeah, I remember it well.
And it was
yeah.
very sincere. I mean, she was blubbering at the time.
Right. Yeah, kind of got away from her, didn't it? A little bit. Yeah.
Well, I feel like, she obviously still loves you.
Yeah.
Which is great. I mean, love is eternal. Passion is often not. I always use the analogy of passion, sex. That's the ocean wave. It's exciting. It pounds the shore. Love is the shore. That stays there.
I like that. I like
the
that.
tides come in and out.
Sure.
But the shore stays. And I think we both have had the experience of loving someone passionately, and then it morphs into something else.
And do you think the moon has a role as well?
The moon?
The moon. because it controls the tides.
Oh.
Do you think there's something, or have I taken it to just a place
you
where
think
it
it
doesn't?
controls my dick too? Like
I
the
mean,
moon?
I wasn't drawing that exact connection, but
no, I think if someone has a nice moon, the relationship will last a little longer. But you
Okay.
know what? I always say there's only so many fucks in the can, and then and that's just life. You know, I mean, I could gild that lily and pretend it's not so, but you know, whenever these people get divorced in the media, the celebrities, and they're always like, what went wrong in the marriage? Nothing went wrong.
Right.
They're married 20 years. That's what went wrong. Time.
Interesting.
Time went wrong.
Right.
Everybody gets tired of each other because they're on top of each other all the time.
So how do you feel about married couples that still have like a date night, like on like year 23?
Please put a bullet past my tongue if I ever have to have a fucking date night, okay?
Just saying, 'cause I cringe at those. I mean, they're cute, and they're kind of, you know, I'd like to root for it, but I know how they're both feeling at that dinner.
To schedule sex is just so gross. It's the worst perversion there is. I have been many times, certainly not, you know, my recent years, thank you, Jesus, but in my younger years, I mean, the horniest times of my life, high school, college was awful. Early on in my career, living in New York, no money, no nothing, no prospects. Like, I have many of those years, like, very little sex, just really just horny, masturbating a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get through that. It's like prison. I can do that standing on my head if I have to.
Right.
I can do the 5-year stretch. What I can't do is the fake. What I can't do is, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I never got married.
Yeah. Were you ever close to marriage? You
Yes.
Think, or, yeah. Did you? Were we ever engaged?
Yes.
For how long was the engagement?
Oh, I don't know, like a year. I mean, it was just, you know, I've said this before on this show, but like there's bad things about being 70. But if I had the choice of being 35 with that stupid thing in my head at 35, I'd still pick this age.
Interesting.
Because,
Wow.
you know, it just, I mean, a lovely person, but like you don't even know who's like the right person to marry. Sometimes you just, you know, it's like, it's a combination of lust and newness and somebody likes me and we're having a great time. And that's, you know, and then you don't really wait long enough to see if it's, and then, you know.
Or the people wait and wait and wait and wait, and everything's great, or as great as it can be, waiting that long. And then they do get married and it falls apart, like inside of that first year or a couple years later, or?
Well, sometimes that's because men, problematic, just that, men, they have a way of hiding in the weeds and then emerging. I've certainly heard this from so many women I know, you know, ex-girlfriends or just friends or whatever, but they have some story about some guy who was great, and then he became this completely different person. Sometimes it's after the marriage because it's like, oh, we're married now. You can't go anywhere. Now we're married and I can, you know, and it's...
Turns into a power control thing?
Well, they just, like, they can put on an act of being nice
Right.
for a year, for 2 years, but it's not really who they are. They're not really nice. And then when they have finally got the control,
Right.
for whatever, maybe it's not marriage, but they feel in control, the woman is in love with them, and
Right.
then they become this thing.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
You know, we were bad in our way, but we weren't that.
No, we never like revealed that like we were going to be the guy
Yes.
that they fell in love with or got to know or got to, you know.
We didn't pretend we were not bad.
Right.
We were bad boys.
Yeah.
But not like evil boys.
No.
Not and certainly not rapey boys.
No.
Not, yeah.
No, nothing like that.
No. What can you do? I mean, people are going to say shit. I mean, you certainly have given them ammunition. I mean, you can't deny that.
Of course. I mean,
But like I said on the show, and I was so glad I said it, you know, did some bad things, but not a bad guy.
I
think
really appreciate that.
No, and I think so
No,
many
that was-
people mention that to me, and
Yeah,
I
no,
feel
it
like
was-
they think that nails it.
People have come up to me in the street with that quote.
They should,
Yeah.
because it does nail it.
Yeah, no, it's
And I think it also resonated because there's a bigger mood, I think, brewing in this country that we all have to have that attitude more. We went a little Puritan there for quite a while.
yes, we did.
I mean, this is part of
Yes.
what I was arguing with John about
Got it.
wokeness and
Right.
that over wokeness. And they became the Puritans. They became the people with the stick up their ass, the people who were even more judgmental.
Of course.
And you know, yes, people do some bad things. We used to have a greater sense of grace after time served. And, you know, it just became very performative about we're the good people. And it's very important to us that you know that we're the good people and the bad people, well, you know, nothing is too bad for them. And it's like, no, you know, we don't all want to be judged by our worst moments. Or in your case, moments.
Right. Sure. Yeah. Racked them up, you know?
But you were consistent.
I was consistent. There
And
you
like-
go, yeah.
Like when you did that Super Bowl ad, I was like, wow, that guy has a kind of a likability.
You talking about the Planters ad where
Yeah.
where I'm on the bus bench?
Did you do another Super Bowl commercial I should know of?
I did not.
What year was
Did
that?
not.
It was only a few years ago.
That was probably 3 or 4 years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, people just want to like you. You
What's
know?
my line in that? I say, and
Crazy.
people say I'm nuts.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Which was smart.
It was pretty good.
Smart
It was
ad.
pretty good. Yeah.
It
And,
must-
you know, the writers of that spot didn't come up with that. There was an assistant of mine.
Is that right?
Yeah, and we'd done a few takes, and whatever that line wasn't working, and he came up and just whispered in my ear,
Wait a
what
second.
do you think about people say I'm nuts?" And I'm like, I like it. Yeah,
So-
it was Steve.
These professionals are making an ad for nuts, right?
Right. And they
And they don't-
missed the most obvious. Yeah. His nickname was Cy, short for Cyborg, and Cy whispered in my ear.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. And then
Wow.
I did that one. They were like, yeah, use that. And that's what wound up on the air. Yeah. That was that was Tampa, Kansas City, correct? When Brady dismantled them?
Oh, who the fuck
I
remembers
think
things
it
like
was,
that?
yeah. Yeah, because it was Super Bowl 55. And because I can chart the Super Bowls because I'm the age of the Super Bowl each year. So I don't have to figure out all the fucking L's and X's and all that shit. You know what I mean?
What are we up to?
This will be Super Bowl 60.
Right, because you're going
Yeah.
to be 60.
I'm 60 now. September 3rd, yeah.
I had a 60th birthday party in this room. Sean was here.
Was it? Yeah.
He read a poem, or not read, recited.
That he wrote for you for your birthday?
No. It was one. I don't know, but it went on for a very long time.
Wow.
I mean, it was amazing. It was an amazing performance. It was like and hats off to the Tipperary man from the and it was something that somebody wrote
Right.
200
It
years
was
ago that
festive, though.
something that festive, yes.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
was like, whoa.
Damn.
I mean, this guy.
Yeah, Sean. He will deliver.
No one is. I've said this publicly. I wrote it. Gave it to Maureen Dowd when she did a thing about him. Like, you could not come up with a script that is more interesting than his actual life. You know, the El Chapo thing, and the Katrina, and the
Right.
Castro, and the
Right.
Hugo
And Ukraine
Chavez.
thing,
and
yeah.
just like talk about a guy who walks the walk.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
He-
and with the Haiti thing, you know,
Haiti,
when
yes.
all the media left, and Sean was like,
Yeah.
and then they were like, "Well, why are you still here?" He was like, "Because I came here to get a job done, and I'm going to stay till it's finished."
And-
it was so noble.
Not to always be shitting on the woke, but like when I think of some of these, and I won't mention names, but people who think of themselves or even call themselves activist, I'm an activist.
Oh, is that a term now?
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
so barfy.
So barfy.
Wow.
And
Activist.
Yeah. There's only
Wow.
real.
I'm going to ask my dad, does he consider himself an activist?
Well, I
Just
mean,
as a joke.
That's a different era. But Sean
He'll
is,
ban me
is
from
the one who
Thanksgiving,
really
yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He actually is in the
he's-
rowboat.
Yeah.
He's actually on the dock in Port-au-Prince. He's actually with Castro. Whatever the fuck it is.
He's the guy who walked to Poland
Yeah,
to avoid a bombing run, you know?
Ukraine.
He walked from Ukraine to Poland
I'm
because the
telling you.
cars were all either out of gas or backed up or both. And he was like, fuck it, I'm walking to Poland.
Yeah. No script could do justice. When he reads a script, it's like, but it's not as interesting as my life. Although I see he's got a big movie now. I haven't
Did you see it?
No, I want to.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I have not. No. So we can't talk about it. It looks pretty badass, though, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. I mean, it's carrying a very specific message.
You know what? I so don't trust reviewers for good reason. So I don't really know. I know it's political, which is great. My guess, since it's about a sort of a revolutionary, is that we like him. It's Leo. He's the lead. So and he's in a bathrobe, so he must be a good guy. I don't know, but I'm not going to judge it. I know Sean's the bad guy.
Yeah, plays a guy named Lockjaw.
And
who else are you going to hire?
yeah,
Well,
if I would bet dollars to donuts he's going to win the Oscar for this.
Probably. I mean, but are they going to give him 3? Did they give Jack 3? Is Jack the only guy with 3, or does Daniel have 3? Daniel, like I fucking know him.
Daniel Day-Lewis?
Yes. Like you can call he's one name status, right?
He is to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I'm making my way through on the recommendation of a friend who I have implicit trust, and we always had the same taste in movies. Making my way through watching again, I hadn't seen it since it came out, There Will Be Blood.
Okay.
And I did not like it at the time.
I didn't either. Does it need to be revisited? Because
I mean, I'm not like your normal movie watcher. I don't watch movies, especially long ones, usually
Right.
all in a row. I watch them on TV somewhere. And I always say to people who I want a way to watch a movie. I'm like, do you read a book in one sitting?
it's a great point.
I don't need to.
It's a great
Yeah, I
point,
remember
yeah.
where I was last night in the
Right,
movie.
right,
I don't
right,
have
yeah.
to watch a 3-hour movie over 3 hours. And unless it's so compelling, like The Godfather or something, or
right.
Apocalypse Now.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't do it.
No, I meant just thank you to the
I know.
universe that you recognize that.
father
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah. Well, I was
That-
there for 8 months,
I
so
know
I was
you
kind
were.
of,
Oh, I know
I was
you were.
apocalypse adjacent,
That's so interesting that you were in the Philippines, right?
Yes, yeah, but wait a minute. But There Will Be Blood, because you might be sparing
Okay.
me a review,
Well,
a repeat.
I'm not quite through with it. I'm
Okay.
about 2 hours into the 9-hour version. No, no, I'm about 45 minutes from the end. I think it's 2:45.
Okay.
I don't think any movie outside of that, Godfather and Gone with the Wind, need to be. And they could have taken an hour out of Gone with the Wind
Easily, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad we kind of have it because it's so iconic.
Sure.
I watched it fairly recently. It was pretty cool.
Does
But,
it hold up?
I watched it with someone much younger who hadn't seen it.
Right.
That's Hot Tubs Without Borders.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay.
And to see it through her eyes, I mean, it just,
So what's your what? Like,
Well,
so are
oh,
you
so
are you
there
gonna
will
are you
be-
gonna wait for,
Well,
for those
I'm
final
just-
45 minutes to like?
I am going to wait.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, it's the bottom of the 8th.
Okay, and you're
And and they're about 6 runs behind.
Got it.
That's what
got
I'm
it.
saying.
Got it. Okay.
I mean,
bullpen's depleted.
Scherzer got shelled in the fourth inning.
That's right.
I'm
Right.
saying.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
I mean, they need your character
Yeah,
that
yeah,
come
yeah,
in and
you know what I'm saying?
throw
Yeah.
gas
Yes.
because
Yeah.
no, maybe, but it's taking, if it's going someplace, first of all, it's taking a long way to get there.
Right. Right.
Second of all, 2 hours in, all I get about it is that this is the biggest prick I've ever seen in movies, which is, you can make that character interesting, but I don't see any arc. Like, he's a prick in the first scene, he's a prick 2 hours in. I don't think he's going to get better. He's bitter and nasty and just horribly shitty to everybody which makes them miserable, and you see he's miserable too.
Right.
Is that the big thing, that being a shitty asshole makes you miserable too? If
Those are pretty easy dots to connect.
I'm missing so far.
Okay.
But I haven't gotten to. Remember the famous line, "You're drinking my milkshake."
Right.
I haven't gotten to that yet.
Oh,
Maybe that's
okay.
going to change it all.
Something to look forward to. Yeah. What if you were drinking a milkshake when he says it? Do you think that would change anything? This is lovely. I mean, this is a trip, you know.
I said you on
thank
your
you.
show.
Thank you for
Oh,
this.
I'm loving
This is
this.
fucking
I knew
cool,
I always
man.
wanted to do
This
this
is
with
cool.
you. I said to you on your show, speaking of movies, though, that you definitely. Can I give you a prediction? I'm a very good predictor.
Sure.
I've got all my predictions, politics right. In 5 years, you will be at an award show.
Oh wow.
You will be asked to leave. Okay. Well, let me finish.
From the podium or before
No,
from the
just
red
from the auditorium,
the red carpet?
where you're ranting.
Got it.
No, in 5 years' time, you'll have made a movie that people are giving you an award for.
That's amazing.
They're
Thank you.
gonna want to work with you now. People love a redemption story, and they also love somebody who has a lot of history that they can trade on.
Right.
I mean, not that you have to play your character from. In fact, it'd be better if you did it against it, not all the way to The Odd Couple.
Right.
But that's comedy.
Yeah.
But drama.
Right.
You need to do a drama.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
A serious movie.
I completely agree.
And you can do it. I mean, one thing John said I didn't agree with, and I thought he was brilliant, by the way, in the documentary.
He was terrific, wasn't he?
I love it when he said he called you an icon of decadence.
I know.
That's poetic.
It's poetic to a degree, because it's pretty low hanging fruit, isn't it? A little bit.
Of course, but it just said.
It was phrased nicely.
It just says.
Yeah, it was phrased nicely.
2 words.
Yeah.
But he said.
But does he deliver that in a complimentary way? Little snark.
I felt his testimony was honest. It was. Look, I think you tortured him at some point.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so
I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of all that crap.
Right.
Jesus.
Look, I remember I did a sitcom in 1991 with Sam Kinison when he was a heroin addict.
Wow.
And I remember how much I hated him.
How many episodes did you?
13.
Where can I find this?
I hope you can.
Seriously?
I mean,
even if I promise just to watch it alone?
In loose sweatpants? Yeah. It was called Charlie Hoover. It was Tim Matheson was the star. He and Sam was animated as a little devil on his shoulder. That was his character.
Oh, but then that's calling back to Animal House. Is Matheson in Animal House, or have I gone mad?
No,
of course
totally.
He is.
Yeah,
but
he's
not,
Otter.
Right, but not his character, but the dude that played Amadeus.
You're right.
Right?
Right.
Don't they appear on his shoulder?
Yes.
Okay, so do you think they drew from that a little bit?
I hadn't put that together, but that's totally what they did.
Thomas.
Yes.
Hulse?
I can see
what
it
the hell's
now.
his name?
Yes.
Isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
And by the way, what he's saying is something you could never put in a movie today with the devil, because what he's talking about
on your show or in Animal House, just all
what
of
they're
it.
saying in Animal House,
Right,
when
fuck,
the devil,
her brains out is what he says.
Of a passed out girl.
Oh, that part I forgot. Yes, you're right. Yeah, wow, that's bad.
And that's where we were. You know,
That was 1978?
Yes.
Because I saw it with Dave Anderson, with Brown Dave in Westwood.
And for the woke people who are now flying over to Twitter or Blue Sky to say what terrible people we are, and
for this conversation, or just in general?
They will not accept that people in general just used to be worse, and we were all in on it.
Right.
So just stop yelling at the past. We can't dig up these people who made the movie and yell at them. And everybody was in on it. We all just were there. And yes, it was wrong. And then we got better. And if you lived then, you would have been one of us. You wouldn't have been Nostradamus. Right. I can see that in the future this will not be funny.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
But you're right. That's where they ripped that off from.
I think okay, and it's interesting because I don't I've never seen Charlie Hoover. Is there a play in the thing there with the you know what Hoover means in the dope space? You know, when a guy's hoovering lines, and it's Sam Kinison, and he was known to hoover some lines.
I mean, I apparently didn't know anything about this show I was on. You know more about it.
I mean,
25 years later.
That one's a bit of a reach.
I was
but,
completely in the dark about all
wow.
this. Probably what it was. I don't know. But
was his character a coke addict?
No, his character was like the devil on his shoulder.
Oh, right.
They miniaturized him.
Got it. So,
but he was like on heroin at the time. And so he would we would be waiting for 8 hours for him to show up.
Oh my gosh.
I saw him once in the makeup chair like this.
Oh, damn. Wow.
And of course, it does not good morale for the set. And
so but you were never in the scenes with him because he was in a green screen the whole freaking time?
I was in the scenes with Tim because I was like his second in command.
Got it. Okay.
You know, I was like the friend he talks to, but
did they start figuring out a way just to film all of Sam's stuff like for that episode in like 4 hours and just get it out of the way?
I don't know. It was
because
not
they should have. Then he could have been passed out at home.
Right.
Right. I mean, well, you know, we're just trying to make the week, right?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I can relate to working with somebody who is making my life miserable.
Gotcha.
So John, he had every right to be like fully like, I don't even want to be on this.
Right.
I give him credit for being like, yeah, but there were also good times. And yeah, I also know he's not really the bad guy. It's the drugs and all the rest of this stuff. And, you know, it balances out. And I got to give a guy credit for that, for at least. So I felt like his testimony was honest. It wasn't ass-kissy.
It wasn't at all, no.
And it wasn't bitter, but it was like realistic.
Yeah.
You know, and that's as good as you can do.
And
he's a bright guy.
Yeah, no, very bright. Very bright. Yeah, we'd be in the makeup room and, you know, and somebody would like be trying to think of something super random, some piece of trivia or something that nobody knew except John.
Really?
He could pull things from no, he's a really, really active, you know, very, a beautiful mind.
Yes, but it does need deprogramming. like.
Well, but he sets it up with you. He says, I'm a little woke. I'm a little woke.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember.
Dude, you false advertised the shit out of that one, you know?
What I remember him saying, which was just beautiful, it's a highlight of this whole series, was at one point he went, you know, next time you think of something super woke that really annoys you, I want this to be the face that you see.
He said that?
Oh, yeah, it's in the show.
Wow.
I mean, it was...
Maybe I didn't make it that far.
It was, yeah.
Wow.
It was really funny.
Oh, gosh.
It was maybe...
But he was saying that as a joke, right?
Yeah, a joke, like with so many good jokes, with meaning behind.
Right.
But yes, it was not hot.
Damn.
It wasn't...
Wow.
So...
He's out there. He's carrying the flag. I mean, he's out there. He's leading the charge.
He's I mean, most of Hollywood.
He weighs in a lot with some Twitter stuff, you know?
Sure he
and
does.
I'm just kind of like,
I'm sure.
I stopped doing that.
Oh, I never did that.
Yeah, good.
It's
good.
It's so corrosive.
Yeah, there's things I see that even if like something is just funny and I can add to that comedy, I don't try to build something and hit send. I just...
Why?
Why?
What are you getting from it?
I don't know.
It's only downside that could happen.
You're right. Yeah. And then it's also when it's something super political or something really bad is happening, you weigh in about how it should have gone or and it's like, what is that going to do? Whose minds are you going to change?
What do you give a shit about what people think about your opinion on fucking UFOs? Whatever it is.
Right.
You're entitled to it.
Right.
And all they're going to do is shit on it because people have sad lives, especially the ones who are on Twitter all the time.
Right.
If that's what you have to do, and you know, most of Twitter, like 90% of Twitter is from 10% of the people who use it. Like most of it is from the people who use it a lot.
Wow.
That's their hobby.
So it's like crime.
It's what?
It's like crime.
It's like it's very much like
because they always talk about
totally.
You know, 70% is only from 20% of the thing, and yeah. Wow.
Oh, like in New York, they had some crazy stat. because they throw people in jail and then they're out the next day.
I know.
Like some crazy percentage of crimes, some side of crime was like from 600 people who just over and over did like 80% of the
That is
whatever.
just
I know.
wow.
I
So
know.
if you're able to build statistics from that, you clearly know who the fuck they are, right?
I mean,
So why not just take just those 600 people
and this
just build a special place for them?
And this is why it's so
Call it
easy.
the 600 building.
Right.
You know?
That's good.
I mean,
That's very good.
there's our-
the 600 building.
yeah, there it is.
And this is why Republicans get elected, because Democrats run cities and they don't do that. And it would be so easy to do that. But then there would be a certain part of their constituency that I guess wouldn't like that. But everyone should like that. Yes, these are like career criminals. I mean, call me crazy. I don't think crime should be a career.
Or be allowed to become one.
A side gig.
Yeah,
Of course.
sure.
Certainly.
Yeah.
I mean, a hustle.
Right.
But a career
No,
criminal? I
no,
don't
that
think
is-
and it is their career.
Interesting.
Don't you think?
Interesting.